Hey everybody, welcome to Airsoftology Mondays, the show that answers your questions, helps you out in a pinch, and is also going to be filling this thing so full of questions. I'm actually going to cut the front short. A lot of you guys have been wanting a little faster to jump in, and heck, we're going to do it. Don't forget, if you guys want to support the show, got some patches here. I got a link to the web store. It'll be in the corner. Also, if you don't know how this works, just put your questions below, vote up the favorites, and recommend your favorite videos from channels all around the internet that are for Airsoft, and I will help share those later on in the video in the actual video section where I talk about the video recommendation of the week from Code Red Headsets. So anyway, enough of that. Let's dive on in right now into what you're really here for, and that's the questions in the Tippmann mail call. Fighting Irons writes, hey, why don't we see more polymer mags for gas pistols? Surely this will decrease the cooldown time. You're right, actually having polymer probably would maybe decrease the cooldown time, but the problem with polymer is that it's not strong enough to hold the gas. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. I mean, the pressure change of it going from hot to cold, or the temperature change, hot to cold, because as the gas cools down, and then the pressure of the gas, it's just not gonna be something that's safe to use as a magazine for an airsoft gun to hold that gas in. That's just not something safe at all. I think it'd be cool if there was a polymer out there. P-O-M, I forget what it stands for, might be. I don't know though. I think it's just maybe not even approved for it. I think the safe bet is to stick with the metal. Plus, also, I mean, I know you want the lightweight and all this stuff, but plus Airsoft's a little bit about realism too. So I think people like the extra weight to keep it kind of real in there. But no, I think it's a great idea, and if polymers ever finally catch up to metals and the ability to be safely under pressure, and I'm sure some of you geniuses out there will maybe know, go, Jonathan, there are these and that, but it could be too expensive. I'd love to know about it. Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about if you guys know of a polymer that could hold up to pressures and temperature changes and not actually get brittle or change or crack like metal could. Tactahusky Snowball writes, since you fly a lot, Mr. Higgs, what exactly is the proper TSA procedure regarding flying with your airsoft equipment? I've done this before. I have a neutral case and some solid locks, and so the case can't be open, but how do I transport my batteries, fly with my BBs, CO2 cartridges, green gas cans, etc.? All right, so this applies to inside of the United States. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown. The best thing to do is go to the TSA's website to get this. To fly with your airsoft gear, I'm gonna cover what you can't bring. You cannot bring CO2 cartridges. You cannot bring green gas. Go ahead and just leave those at home. Be prepared to purchase those when you land. That is part of doing business. You cannot bring pressurized anything, CO2 or especially green gas because it's flammable, onto a plane, checked or not. That is a no bueno. If you are flying HPA, you can fly HPA if your tank is totally empty and the regulator is all the way off, meaning you can see down into the tank. Be prepared to have a TSA inspection secondary for that one as well, just to prove it, because that is also going to be something that's going to delay you getting in the airport. As for the gun, it's pretty simple. You have a hard case like the New Pro one. It has to have locks. Can't be able to get your hand into the crack of the case itself with those locks and the latches down. So if I unlatch it, if that case opens up enough for me to stick a hand in, it is not going to be approved. Soft cases do not work unless you can really, you have to be able to lock it down. I mean, no one can get into this thing. That's the thing. So hard case is what you're going to want. For traveling, you will go and declare it as a real firearm. That's how I do it. You can do airsoft, but I've seen mixed results. Declared as a firearm, you will have it checked. You can keep BBs in there if you want, that's no problem. In fact, I would recommend you probably doing that or checking your BBs, no problem at all. You can take those with you, that'll save you some money of having to buy them when you land at the next location. But that's about it. Once you go through it and you follow the proper TSA procedures using the proper locks, again on the TSA website, and checking this thing as a firearm, you'll be able to show it there in the airport. Sometimes it's done at the check-in counter, sometimes it's done at a secondary location. They might even have you walk it over to another location to go through. It depends on the airport. I'm like at Denver, they've got a separate one in the United States, but like in Nashville, you do it right there at the counter. And then where was I? Like somewhere in Texas, where I had a second area where I walked over to instead of like a special room. Anyway, they're all a little different. Just go up to the counter, ask, follow their instructions. You'll fill out this little card they're going to hand you and put it inside, and after you show them, and you're good to go. Gavin McHale writes, what do you think of people who throw their mags during a match as opposed to putting them in a dump pouch? Is there any advantage to this? Some people do it kind of like in the movies or real world. You just kick your mag out of your gun, goes flying, and you slam the new one in. That's cool. And in some stressful situations where I've been in some crazy firefights, especially at Milsim events, I've absolutely done that. Just dumping mags, ripping them out, slamming the new one in, just as fast as I can get that reload, not taking time to secure my magazines, just trying to stay alive, fight for the squad, fight for my survival. That is it. And if you want to train kind of like you fight, I guess, if you guys are into that kind of thing, you can do it that way. Personally, those magazines are expensive. I don't like to replace them because they cost me money. So I'm going to most of the time put them in my dump pouch or someplace secure. Put them back in my mag pouch across my chest or something. I'm going to put them somewhere where they're safe and they won't get lost or whatever. Also, if you're doing the dump thing, if it's dusty and dirty, you can get dirt in the magazine, like the whole area, and then like you feed BBs down in there and then the gunk gets inside your gun. And on top of that, if you're talking about looking at, let's say, a gas blowback pistol or gas blowback rifle, they're very heavy metal magazines. Dropping those from a distance or throwing them down could break the seals on it. They've got like really large seals throughout the whole thing, and they're not exactly the most robust thing like a real firearm magazine. So you can actually damage those, and those are very expensive to replace. So if you've got a lot of money and you want to just drop them like crazy, go for it. I've done it. Usually it's mid-cap plastic magazines when I'm doing like Milsim events. I'm just ripping them out of my gun, slamming, feeding the next one in, trying, like I said, in craziness firefight to stay alive and survive it. But outside of that, usually I'm doing it. I mean, if you want to do it, fine, that's your thing. But for me, it's a lot of money, and I'm going to save and hold on to my stuff as best as possible. William Lee writes, "Hey John, I want to know your opinion on the slight trend of having empty mag detection in an airsoft gun, and will it be the end for high cap magazines?" So William references the Evo, and what this means is you're shooting your magazine with your gun, these high-end guns like the Evo Scorpion, Evo 3A1, and shooting in the last shot. Nothing happens. You pull the trigger, gun stops. The new Mars system, I believe, from ICS has it. I think the new, there's other empty mag detection in the PTS mags. I know like the PTW system of PTW, the PTS recoil guns stop shooting. It's kind of like the thing now. You're seeing it, and also G&G's new guns, the new G2 mech box does the same thing as well, using their special mags. What I do like is they allow you to use regular magazines, and that feature isn't just working. So you just put a regular mag in, you can fire, and then when you're out, you dry fire like normal, meaning just you're firing but no BBs come out, versus using the special mag that comes with the gun. In the case of like G&G's G2, for example, their mech box, and when you run out, nothing happens on that last shot. For me, I've always played, I can hear the difference. That's just me. I can always hear the difference of a BB firing and not. If you played long enough, you know what I'm talking about. If you're new, you may not be listening for that or tuned into it. So I can tell the difference in my gun if there's BBs versus not, just on the sound. So it's not a problem for me. I think it's a cool feature. I've had a system at PTW. I own an Evo. I have all those things. It's neat. I can adapt to it very easily. Sometimes it's kind of one of those moments and okay, change out. But it's kind of cool, especially on guns that are maybe a little more quiet. If you've got ear pro on, loud battle going on, all of a sudden you're like, wait, nothing's happening. Then you know to do the mag change. I think it's something that's probably going to happen with realism. You're going to see it in the high-end guns. I don't think it's something you're going to see come down to the mid-tier or low tier like some of the other features like MOSFETs right now. That's just my thought, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know, do you like empty mag detection or not? Let me know in the comment section below. Dalton Andershak writes, and this one I've read so many times and been wanting to answer for you guys. I'm going to paraphrase this. Novritsch, recently Novritsch been making videos that many of I in the community dislike. One of them discourages using an AEG and buying an upgraded sniper rifle instead, of course, his SSG-24, saying that AEGs don't have the accuracy of a sniper rifle. He's also been rebranding some Pyraminx iForce goggles at a very marked up price. At this point, I think he's only out to make money. If this trend continues, is he going to end up making Airsoft more of a trench war than it already is? What's your response? So I've been seeing this a lot. This is a topic, and actually I know Novritsch personally. He and I do chat, we do talk. I would say we are very friendly. And I think there are two ways to look at this. We can look at it in Dalton's way, and we're going to say, okay, looking on the outside as an experienced Airsofter, wow, what's going on here? Some of the items he does sell are above market value for something comparative. Like you can maybe find that same item for cheaper if you're experienced in Airsoft and can shop around. That could be a few different things, like for example, you name the goggles. Also the sniper rifle, him aiming people toward the sniper rifle. I will tell you this, I've done a very honest side-by-side review of the sniper rifle. It is, in my true, honest opinion, no bull, not getting paid, not biased, not because I like anybody. It is actually a very good sniper rifle. I returned it when I was done with the review. That was part of it. I didn't want to keep it. I don't want to be biased like that, to have a product even given to me and hold on to. So when I did that review, I did it. I got it. I tore it apart. You guys can see a side-by-side of a regular Mod 24, how the differences are. And then I returned that rifle. In fact, it went on, I think, to Dayton is where it ended up at. House Gamers has that one. Or it may have been Jet. I can't recall. But anyway, I was very impressed with the rifle. Out of the box, by far the best shooting sniper rifle out of the box you can pick up. I think he does create a top tier product. His BBs are very good quality, and he's picked the goggles that I personally use. I love. They're not even, the ones I have aren't even branded by a brand. I go and pick them up myself. I've recommended them probably 15 times in this video. So he is doing what I do with my research. I find the best. I try to do it. Now, we're all in this to make money, and I'm going to be very honest, guys. YouTube does not make money. Even guys at Novritsch's level, who have millions and millions and millions of views and subscribers, isn't making the money you think he is. If I share with you how much I made on this channel in a month just off YouTube, you'd be like, what? I mean, it is so far below minimum wage in almost every country in the world, you'd be surprised in a month. It's actually not it. So we all have to find ways to survive. I use the patches. Novritsch has his web store. I think it is business. He's attracting new players to the sport, and he's bringing new people in. Sure, he might be charging a little extra for some products that some of us might research, but you know what? He's going and finding the best. He's putting them out there. He's shipping quick, and he's delivering on his promises. I think this is business, guys. I mean, I know some people may look at this and say, oh, it's terrible, trench war and all that. But for me, I think he's doing a great job. You know, he's found some products, he's curated them, and he's putting them up. Now, if you want to go get them yourself, I do it all the time. I comparison shop. Man, I go find the thing cheaper. I always look, what is this? All right, let me go look around and try to find it. If you want to buy the brand, because he has a great brand, pick up the brand. You can do that. There's probably a level of customer service behind that. If you go by discount, you may not get that customer service. Personally, I will shop local whenever possible. If there's a product like goggles or whatever, I'm going to go pick them up locally if I can. Or I'll go pick them up somewhere. If I can't find them locally, I'll go online. I'll buy from somewhere trusted. I don't think it's as bad, but that's, again, my opinion looking on the outside. You can look at the other way and say, hey, he's taking advantage of newer players that just don't know any better. But really, is he? He's not forcing anyone to buy these products, these items you can quickly research on the web. It's the internet, right? We've got Amazon, we've got Google, we've got every way to search and do price comparisons. I mean, heck, you could take a photo of the things with your phone now and find them that way. So I don't think it's terrible. I mean, if people are going to buy it, great, good for him. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me or disagree? Again, this is me being unbiased. I'm probably get a phone call from him after this one going, Jonathan, what are you doing? I don't know. He doesn't know I'm answering this question, so I wanted to be very honest with you and tell you how I thought and felt about it, you know, and give you my true feelings on it. I think it's good for him. I think it's great for him. And is it bad for the Airsoft community? No, because I think he's bringing so many new people, so much new awareness to Airsoft out there. There's nothing bad at all. I mean, he's probably single-handedly bringing so many new players into this hobby and sport through his sniping videos versus anything else. So anyway, that's my thought. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Well, that's it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headsets video recommendation of the week. And this one comes from Arjun511. He says, self-promotion! And this one is Ghost Warrior Airsoft. It's his channel. And you know what? The editing is good. The subs are super low. He needs more subscribers. I love self-promotion. I love your recommendations. In fact, you guys keep putting some fantastic ones down there. I'm saving a big list. Definitely worth it, worth a watch. The pacing on this video is kind of like, starts off as a trailer. You can see the trailer on the channel and goes into part one of a gameplay at a big event. I think this is shot very well. It's edited very well, good action music behind it. I love the overview of the map to give you an idea of where the action's going. Sometimes people get lost just first person and you don't have perspective of what's going on in the game. There's a storytelling behind this. You know what's going on. I think a fantastic channel. I think a channel definitely to watch. There's so many great Airsoft airsoft channels out there to watch. And if you guys have a channel that I should be watching and the rest of all of us out here should be watching, or you have a favorite that you always subscribe to that I've never talked about, maybe a hidden gem out there, please put it down in the comment section below and let us know about it. It's something I love to share, new channels every single week when it comes to airsoft. Well, guys and gals, that's it. Until next week, go out, play some airsoft, have some fun. Don't forget to put your comments and questions down in the comment section below. And no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.